Are you retired and want to travel, but the thought of using your limited income to go away and travel has you worried? I'm a 60 plus solo nomad and I've been on the road for 2 years. I haven't paid rent or broken my travel budget during that. Let me tell you, it's all about smart planning and reinventing our retirement lifestyle. Welcome to Where's Babs? This is Barbara Talisman, and I'm here to tell you that age and money is no barrier to our travel. You might be thinking, I'm retired and on a fixed income. I can't afford to travel. Let me share my recent trip where I spent the summer in Melbourne, Australia. I spent 5 months in Melbourne and only $6,000 on accommodations. I started in Melbourne with 2 house sits. One at a friend's home who was going away for 3 weeks for the holidays, and the other a 6-week house sit through trusted house sitters. And finally, I moved into the AirBnB to complete my trip. So I had a little more of 2 months of free living and 2.5 months that I had to pay for. One of the secrets to traveling well for less is negotiating with Airbnb hosts. It is always cheaper to stay longer at an Airbnb than a short stay, and they want to have long stays. It costs them less to turn over a long stay. They don't, if they have weekend or week-long visitors, they have to continually turn over the apartment. So when I found the apartment I wanted, I contacted the host and asked, and they let me know that they would be doing weekly cleaning. I said that wasn't necessary and that monthly cleaning would be fine. And they immediately sent me an invitation with 25% off the listed price. And while $6,000 for 2.5 months may seem like a lot, when you amortize it over 5 months, that's $1,200 a month living in a major city like Melbourne. And I have to tell you, it was a lot cheaper than when I retired in 2021 from my apartment in San Diego. If you're finding value in this video and want to learn more, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Now, Melbourne is a wonderful world-class city, and you can spend an arm and a leg, or you can go, I'm not going to say cheaply, but you can go freely. The city of Melbourne and the state of Victoria have a lot of free events, and it's on a program called What's On Melbourne, and you can look it up online. And there are free concerts in the park, free movies at Fed Square, the free tram zone, which I already told you about. They have open parks and an amazing botanic garden. Rooftop decks all over the city. If you want to buy a cocktail, you can, but you can also just go up and take some pics. And of course, the beaches and sunsets at the beaches are always free. Without question, as a world-class city, there are a lot of things that you can pay for. The Australian Open is there every year, and you can buy a park pass for $45 Australian or about $29 US, or you can get into a stadium for $100 Australian or about $69 US and up. So it depends on the experience you want at the Australian Open. I love the grounds pass. It's great for people watching and the tennis. Formula One comes at the end of March or beginning of April, and again, there's a grounds pass, or you can pay for a great seat along the track. There's live theater and music from all over the world in world-class venues in Melbourne. The Melbourne Food and Wine Festival and night markets are wonderful opportunities to people watch. You'll probably walk away with a couple of new friends and absolutely wonderful food. And you can always decide to join a tourist tour from the wine country, the Great Ocean Road. You can look those up on Viator and join and enjoy a day, half a day, a weekend, discovering more of Victoria. Food and coffee are a thing in Melbourne. It is a world-class food city. My budget and my waistline can't afford to eat out all the time, so I pick and choose very carefully of new restaurants that may have opened, going out with friends and seeing new openings and things like that. But really 75% of the time I'm cooking at home. And as I'm there a long time, I find out where the local markets are, where the local farmers markets are, and I'm having at least 2 meals, if not all 3 meals at home, in order to allow me to travel further and to keep in shape. Traveling can be affordable when you have good planning and some flexibility. Whether you've dreamed of strolling through the Sydney Opera House, sipping a margarita on a beach in Puerto Vallarta, watching the whales in Monterey Bay, or sunsets from the beaches, remember this: your desire to travel can be realized without sacrificing your financial peace of mind. Age is just a number. But at 55, we know that there is less time ahead of us than there is behind us. I encourage you to travel now while we still can. Stay tuned for more tips and inspiration on how to travel well for less or even free. Please be sure to subscribe and like and share this with someone you know.